Good morning. It's Jeff again from Wiesbaden, Germany. One thing I've noticed that German society is very clean, very orderly. Although I have started to see a lot of graffiti in the town. You never saw that back in the 70s or in the 80s over here. You don't see litter very much. You see some of it. A lot of people smoke here. Smoking seems to be very popular. Although if you buy cigarettes in a store, they have pictures of corroded lungs. They have pictures of people who have had to have the stoma in their throat, pictures of diseased organs and cancer and all. They put those on, they ought to have a skull and crossbones on there. But nonetheless, you don't see a lot of cigarette butts on the street. Kind of weird. I guess people are somewhat responsible about that. If you go into a restaurant, there's no smoking indoors, but if they have an outdoor cafe area, people do smoke there. And sometimes it'll get irritating. You can't get a seat inside, or you want to sit outside because it's a nice day. And Murphy's Law, the guy sitting at the table next to you will light up, and there's really nothing you can do about it. But that's their rules. It's their circus. It's their monkeys. They can do what they want. German people seem to be friendly, but people almost never say hello to you when you see them on the street. You walk past them. If you say something to somebody, they'll answer back, but they kind of look at you funny. You say Guten Tag or Guten Morgen, but Germans don't really engage in small talk the way Americans do. They're not, hey, what's up? They just don't do that. Now, they're friendly once you get to know them. They seem to be very structured, pretty good work ethic. I don't see people working 12, 13, 14 hours a day here like we did in the States, but that's just anecdotal. That's just me. Sundays, almost everything here is closed. All the grocery stores are closed. The only thing that's open are like gas stations, what they call a Tankstelle. They're open. They're like a 7-Eleven. You have these little kiosks. It's like a neighborhood bodega, a one-man store. They will be open Sundays. Most everything else is pretty much closed. They apparently, I don't know what hours the kids keep at school, but it seems like the kids are out awfully early in the day. Like if I go walking at lunchtime, I'll see a bunch of kids. And they don't use yellow school buses here. The kids use the regular city buses. I don't know. It works for them. Or sometimes you'll see a van and somebody will write Schul bus on it and they'll have a symbol of a child in the back window in a 15-passenger van. And for sports around here, everybody loves soccer. You don't see a baseball diamond. I don't think they like regular American football, although they have had some NFL games in Munich, from what I understand. My son back in the States told me that the NFL, one of the NFL teams played in Munich, and it was a sold-out crowd. So maybe the Germans they like foosball, what they call football, which is soccer, but maybe they've taken a liking to American football. But I don't know. It's just these things I'm learning. The weather here, it's been very pleasant this fall. It gets chilly at night, but it's nice. Generally pretty warm during the day. It's starting to get a little colder now that we're into November. Surprisingly, I have not turned the heat on here except in the bathroom. We have floor heat here. Most places in Germany, most apartments do not have air conditioning. You have windows that open like a door, or they tilt back so you have ventilation. And if it's hot in the summer, you can put down the rollades, which it's like blinds. It's vertical blinds, and you can put them down so it blocks out the light and still lets air in. Or you can put them all the way down and it makes it pitch black if you don't want much ventilation or you want to sleep during the day or whatnot. The heating system, most places don't have forced air like they do in the United States. You have radiator heat on the wall, which is generally steam fired, or here, there are water lines that run underneath our floor. So we have floor heat. You turn it on through the floor and it rises up, and it's very effective. We are in a brand new apartment and it is very well insulated. So during the day, it gets right warm in here. I mean, sometimes you have to open you have to pop open one of the windows for some ventilation. So it'll be interesting to see when next summer comes around. But we are going to buy a portable air conditioner unit. A lot of Americans do that. It gets humid over here, but not anything like in the United States. It's just that in the summertime, because we're so far north, Germany is where we are is 50 degrees latitude. We are somewhere between Nova Scotia and Newfoundland. It the days here, it doesn't get dark till after 10 o'clock at night, and it'll be daylight about 4:35 in the morning. So you do get longer days in the summer, and 85 degrees here, that gets pretty warm if you don't have air conditioning in your house, and that sun is shining on you much of the day. But the summers here, the real hot period doesn't tend to be as long as it is in the United States, and it gets cool at night. So you don't have to run your air conditioner 24 hours like you do in the States. And as I said before, the wintertime, with people worrying about gas shortages or natural gas shortages, that could pose a problem. A lot of people in Germany use natural gas for heat. All right, that does it for this one.